We take PL461 Relay Protection Tester as an example to introduce the use of Relay Protection Tester. The panel and interface of the tester include display screen, shortcut function key, indicator light, operation key, mouse, keyboard keys, USB interface, terminal block includes current output terminal block, switching value input terminal block, AC voltage input terminal block, DC voltage input terminal block, the device backplane includes 4 pairs of input terminal blocks, 4 pairs of output terminal blocks, external GPS equipment or B-code converter, power switch, software setting of Relay Protection Tester. Open Test Software. The Test Software boot menu presented in front of us. A1, A6 show different functional sub-modules respectively. 18 display sub-modules can be switched through a 7 switching function group. We can do according to the test items. Select the most appropriate module for testing. Let's introduce the following common functions. Click A1 to enter General Test, 4V, 3I. The protection device is tested by point. Abnormal state of CT to protect system elements. In order to ensure that the protection device remains in good operation condition, we need to check it regularly. The method is to simulate various abnormal states of point and CT and pass it to the protection device. See if it can give an accurate and reliable alarm or remove the fault. For phase AC voltage can be changed arbitrarily in general test. Amplitude, phase and frequency of 3-phase AC current and amplitude of 1-phase DC voltage. Generally, the tests are divided into 2 categories. Action value test, action time test. Various faults can be simulated by appropriately changing these analog quantities. Realize test function. Click A2 to enter the status sequence test. The state sequence is the current when the system fails. Several changes in voltage are described by a series of states, so that the protection device can be adjusted according to these states. Analyze faults and take corresponding measures. Give an alarm or trip. For example, status 1. The system operates normally. Status 2. System short circuit fault. After the protection detects this fault, send tripping order. Status 3. After tripping, the system resumes steady state operation, protection order. Status 4. After protection monitoring, rec losing, the short circuit fault is still present. Send instantaneous and permanent tripping order. In application, we usually use it to make a whole set of transmission, low voltage load shedding, standby automatic switching test. Click A3 to complete the transmission test. The whole set transmission test module provides a variety of fault modes. A large current over current protection can be set. Zero sequence protection, differential protection, high frequency protection action. A small impedance can also be set to make the distance protection act. These faults can also be set as transient faults, permanent fault or switching fault. Make the protection act by outputting these faults. Circuit breaker trip, e.g. rec losing test. Rec-losing test can also be conducted in multiple test modules. However, the detection of rec-losing test by whole group test is more comprehensive. The setting method is also simpler. Its general setting method is: first, set a fault as required. For overcurrent 0 sequence, set the current higher. For impedance protection, set the impedance lower. Then set the fault type. Transient faults can be set. Permanent failure, switching fault. Click Add after setting. Add a new test point after the first test item. A second fault can be set. Next, set the parameter interface of the second fault. The setting method is the same as the first fault. After setting, click F2 to start the test. The software will automatically perform all test tasks in the test plan. This is the whole set of experiments. Click A7 to switch function groups. Click A1 to enter distance protection test. In test parameters, the fault type can be set. Fault nature, short circuit impedance, and other parameters. There are 3 setup menus below. In the first setting value, input the setting value according to the setting value list. In the second, general parameters, there are 2 main time settings. Pre-fault time, before adding fault to the protection, give the device a normal voltage and current to make it in normal working state. This period of time shall be greater than the detection time of point disconnection, plus rec-losing charging time of the device. The startup time of high voltage line protection is relatively long, generally about 15s. 18s is usually set here, which can be flexibly grasped in actual operation, but it can be long but not short. Otherwise, misoperation of ranging, rec-losing failure, and other phenomena will occur when doing distance protection. Duration after protection action. This period of time can be greater than the action time of protection. In the third switching value, the tester has 8 pairs of switching value contacts. In line protection, it is defined as 2 groups of tripping contacts by default. All of them are tripping A, tripping B, tripping C, and rec-losing. If the protection device is put into 3 trips, then only 1 trip contact is required. A, B, and C are okay. However, the tripping judgment should be changed to 3-phase tripping. Return to test parameters. Click Add. Ground fault. Phase-to-phase faults are added to the task list in turn. Click F2 to start the test to conduct the distance protection setting test. Click A2 to enter 0 sequence protection test. Select a fault type. Fault direction: forward short circuit. The setting value shall be input according to the setting value. General parameters: time before failure. It shall be longer than the reset time of protection. Just set the distance protection in front the same. Duration after protection action. It should be longer than the longest time of all test items to be done. The setting method of switching value is the same as that of distance protection. In case of split phase tripping, default. In case of 3-phase tripping, where is the tripping contact connected? It can be set as 3-phase trip.